Playoff push, baby. Is it. Week 13. You only have 2 more. So most playoffs start week 15. You got to get it now. You got to get it done. So what we're doing right now is we are sitting here. Week 13. We got, man, you got to knock out these next 2 weeks just to get in, but that's okay. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna look at today. What we're looking at today is, let's look at some roster questions, okay? First thing we got, if you got the Vikings, all right, let's look at the Vikings, right? You're not happy about that, okay? You're not happy about what the Vikings got. Vikings got Max Brosmer, or whatever, however you say his name. It doesn't matter because he ain't helping your fantasy team anyway, all right? You're not really feeling great about your stars on that team because, look, man, this kid's just not good. He's not going to help you win your weeks where it matters most. And you've got Justin Jefferson on your team. You've got Jordan Addison on your team. You've got probably T.J. Hawkinson on your team. You've got Aaron Jones on your team. But, dude, look, Vikings have a good team, but not against Seattle, man. I don't think that Max Brosmer is going to do very well against Seattle. It's going to be a lot of forced passes. So I think this is going to be a down game for Justin Jefferson. So if you have Jefferson on your team, you're not happy about it. You kind of have to start him, though, because you got no other options. And that's hurting our heart a little bit. Jaden Daniels is also not playing. They will be the Washington team will be playing Marcus Mariota at quarterback. Okay, against the Broncos, very, very game Denver Broncos defense. We've seen every time Marcus Mariota has stepped in recently that bro is not good. He very slow, but he's older though, so that makes sense when you're older like that. And no big deal, just kind of the way it goes. They say Father Time is undefeated. Father Time is undefeated. But let's look at some players that we know are in. Okay, let's not worry about the players that are out right now. We're still getting reports in, still tracking some names. But here's where we're at as far as our ends. All right, Bucky Irving. You've been missing Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving is playing. Okay, so that is good. Also, out of Tampa Bay, lots of reports that Baker Mayfield is feeling okay, that he's, should be playing. We shouldn't be worried about that shoulder, but we'll see, because a lot of teams have a Mika Egbuka. But with Bucky Irving being back, this helps the Buccaneers offense because now you have a legitimate threat. Okay. You have a legitimate threat as a running back. So you don't have to worry about them just stacking the box on you, or you don't have to worry about them just playing deep cover for your receivers. Okay. So Bucky Irving is going to open up a lot of passing opportunity for your pass catchers. This is good for Cade Otton, especially if Baker's shoulder's hurting. He's not going to want to throw the deep ball. this is still going to be good for Emeka Egbuka, who can do all things on the field. I mean, Emeka Egbuka is amazing. I love watching Emeka Egbuka play ball. So it's looking pretty good if you got Baker Mayfield. He looks like he's going to be playing, so we don't have to worry about that. A kind of surprise, a surprise player that we all had this year is Darren Waller. He's looking like he's going to be back after being gone for dang near most a year. I mean, he didn't really play any ball. What, 4 weeks, 3-4 weeks, something like that. But the thing with Darren Waller is I don't know what's going on with Miami, dude. Miami is just in shambles. The only good thing is Miami has a really, really good matchup. They're playing the Saints today, which is also good for Saints players, ironically, as well. So you've got HN is pretty much the only one that you're going to trust on this. But, dude, this could be like a blow-up Waddle game for real. But I haven't seen enough from Tua to really trust, man. I haven't. HN is pretty much it. That is the only person I'm trusting. I think HN is going to have a blow-up game this week. So against that Saints defense, go ahead and start HN with confidence. With confidence for sure. What's up, dude? Welcome in. Welcome in. We're getting ready for fantasy playoff season here. So, Dolphins Saints. All right. Dolphins Saints. This could be one of those weird games where, like, both teams score like 30 points just because their defenses are so bad. But then again, you could see like 20 drops. This is going to be fun to watch. I'm not watching this game because I like the matchup. I can't say I really do like the matchup. But I like the matchup for HN because I know that Saints defense is pretty soft. I do like the matchup for Tyler Shuck because I know Shuck is just basically just going to just throw it up there, right? And then Chris Olave is going to figure it out. But the player that most intrigues me in this matchup, all right, the player that most intrigues me about Saints Dolphins, Devin Neal. Okay. I liked Devin Neal coming out of Kansas, and I still like Devin Neal as a talent. Okay. The thing with Devin Neal is he needs opportunities. I think he's going to get that. I think you could probably see Devin Neal have a little breakout game today. I'm not saying he's going to get like 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, I'm not saying that. Like, don't hear what I'm not saying, right? Trying to make a push. My next 2 matchups are number 1 and number 3 points scored. Ooh. Yeah, they're going to make you work for it. They're going to make you work for it going into the playoffs, huh? Well, hey, brother, you got any questions about your rosters, dude? Let's hear them. Let's talk it out. I know, like, whenever I have issues, so hear me out. All right. So this may seem kind of weird, but I talk to someone who doesn't know football or doesn't really know fantasy football or these players in particular, excuse me. I actually ask my wife, and I hear this is what I do. Okay. So I present her with all the facts. Hey, these are the stats. These are the numbers. This is what this player is. This is that. And then because she's unbiased, right? She doesn't know these players, so she's not invested. So I say, okay, these are the stats for this person. This is the matchup. And then this is the other stats and other matchup for this person. And then, she'll tell me like, okay, well, she'll ask me a question about this player. I'm like, okay, I'll answer that question. She'll ask me a player about that question. Okay, I'll answer that. And then next thing you know, like, just talking to someone has helped me work it out in my head to make the decision that in my heart I knew I should have made to begin with. So, like, that's the thing that really, like, getting that second opinion of 100%. And it doesn't always have to be somebody who knows ball. It doesn't. Like, just talking with somebody. Just talking with somebody is all it needs. So 32 people in the chat this morning. As you see at the bottom, we're doing a free jersey giveaway when we reach 200 subscribers on YouTube at Kingmaker Sports channel. Go ahead and do that. Get you that free jersey. Get entered to win that free jersey. Because if you're not subscribed at Kingmaker Sports on YouTube, you can't win the jersey. I mean, who doesn't want a free jersey? So hit that up before you head out. Let us know all your questions. Everybody in the chat, drop your questions, your roster questions. Let's know those records. What's your record looking like? You need these next 2 wins, or are you already in? Let me know in the chat if you are in and you are just sitting pretty and not having to worry about, or hey, crunch time, I got to win the next 2 weeks. I sat QJ for Mitch Tinsley in my deep league, regretting that, and sitting Charbonnet for Tracy, but we'll see. Hey, look, nobody bats 1,000. Nobody bats 1,000. That's just the game, man. That's what makes this game so beautiful. I mean, as long as you're in that like kind of 85 kind of range for, I know on Sleeper it'll tell you like what your rating is as far as like how accurate you are, your accuracy rating. It'll give you that. Rating. I think I'm at like 92 or 93% right now, so I'm at above average. So hopefully that's, we've helped you out on this channel. We've helped you out because that's the goal, man. The goal is to get everybody in here championships. That's the goal. Seymour said he's at 87. That's dope, dude. That's where you want to be, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's look at some matchups this morning, man. Okay, so we've got some crazy matchups. We talked about the Dolphins and the Saints. Okay, so Dolphins and the Saints, we know that's going to be a weird matchup. Like I don't think there's any way that Achane fails in this game, in this matchup. So Achane is a lock. And with the Saints, like we talked about, Tyler Shuck just be throwing the ball today. So I don't think you have to worry about much on that in that regard. Olave probably is going to have a big game, but my eyes with the Saints are going to be on Devin Neal. 100% going to be on Devin Neal. What do we think about Shedeur Sanders? I think Shedeur Sanders showed a few moments of promise. I'm not sold on it yet. Okay. I'm not sold yet. But we also have to look at it's the Browns, right? And no shade to the Browns, but do we really believe in the Browns? Do we really think the Browns are a good team? We know their defense is above average, right? But I don't think it's so much Shedeur. I think maybe it's just the Browns, right? Because you can count on Quinshon Judkins. Maybe not today. Like I like the 49ers defense, but the Browns offense just looks a little shaky. But this could be one of those sneaky surprise games that get you where you don't have a lot of tape on Shedeur and Quinshon Judkins is really good. And so I don't know where Isaiah Bond has been. Isaiah Bond, if y'all know, or if y'all remember Isaiah Bond, he was top prospect, amazing, so fast, all this stuff like that out of Texas, University of Texas, which, we saw what University of Texas did yesterday against Texas A&M. That was crazy. But anyway, so Isaiah Bond is somebody they really need to get involved in that offense in Cleveland because the kid's crazy talented. I mean, I don't know how you don't get him involved. But yeah, so dude, that was so funny. Isaiah Bond, bro, Brandon, you're right. Isaiah Bond talked all that mess about going out there and beating Xavier Worthy's time. Because if you watch the combine, Xavier Worthy broke the all-time combine record. Well, he was like, "Oh, I'm faster. I'm going to break it. I'm ready." He didn't go there and get close. So that's the problem. But I do got to disagree with you, Brandon. He is fast. Like, he is fast. But he's not Xavier Worthy fast. Like, it's hard to compare like Xavier Worthy fast to anybody else. That's the problem though. So but I think Isaiah Bond needs to be involved in this Cleveland offense, and they need to do it quickly because you've got nothing to play for. So I don't know why, if you're Cleveland, you don't just say, "Hey, let's shoot our shot," right? I mean, you're 3-8. You ain't making the playoffs, okay? See what you got in Shador. See what you got in Isaiah Bond. Keep rolling with Judkins. You know you got Dylan Sampson, who's amazing as a PPR machine. So if Judkins doesn't play, then you know Sampson is your guy. Maybe he's got top speed with no acceleration. I mean, maybe we'll see. I mean, I think he's just a good route runner, all that stuff like that. Got to head out, man. Hey, bro, go win that week, man. Go win that week. Hey, tell everybody about the jersey giveaway we're doing here. Let them know they got to be subscribed to Kingmaker Sports on YouTube and they can win that jersey, bro. All right, good luck. Later on. So with the 49ers, we got Brock Purdy, who is going to be under fire from Myles Garrett. So what that means is you're going to see a lot of CMC. Like, this should be just a nasty CMC game. So if you got Christian McCaffrey, you're going to be very, very happy. And George Kittle as well. So those two guys are going to be pretty good. So we talked about Tampa, right? So Tampa Bay, Arizona, we saw that with them two, you are looking at Baker Mayfield should be playing, okay? I haven't heard or read anything that says Baker Mayfield is not playing. Yes, he's got a little shoulder injury, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. It's going to be good for your Emeka Egbuka shares, but Bucky Irving's playing, okay? So with Bucky Irving playing, that means that your passing lanes are going to be opened up, okay? Just like we talked about earlier, this is going to be really, really good for Emeka Egbuka, and the two play off of each other because they got to respect Egbuka, and then they also have to respect Bucky Irving. So, boom, there you go. With Arizona, as long as Jacoby Brissett is a starting quarterback, I like their passing ability because with the Buccaneers could WL what? Could WL? Oh, walk into a hospital and ask why everyone there is so healthy. But yeah, so the Buccaneers, man, I don't know what's going on. What's in the water in Tampa, dude? Because just injury after injury after injury. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense at all to me. But Arizona is the one where I'm like, okay, I want to see Trey Benson come back because I want to see him on the field. I know they're 3-8, but you have to see what you have in Trey Benson. So I don't know why Arizona won't just like say, boom, he's playing. Looking at his injury, I mean, he should be okay now. But as long as Jacoby Brissett is throwing the ball in Arizona, they're a threat through the air. With Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson, Trey McBride, you've got pretty good weapons there, man. Arizona's sneaky good. Arizona could come out and win this game, but I think the Bucks defense is going to be able to hold them. But let's look at the Vikings and Seahawks. We talked about how JJ McCarthy was out. Okay. With him being out, that affects a team drastically because you're starting Justin Jefferson because you have to. If you don't have to, bro, awesome. That's amazing. Good job for you. But Jordan Addison, if you have a better option, look somewhere else. TJ Hawkinson, if you have a better option, look somewhere else. If you don't, that's fine because you probably can trust TJ Hawkinson because was it Max Brosmer or however you say his name? He's going to be scared. The Seahawks defense is good. So he's going to be trying to dump the ball off as fast as he can. So he's wanting those short, quick passes. Okay, so look for those opportunities there. Seahawks, dude, Sam Darnold is still looking amazing. Sam Darnold's looking so good. We know what JSN's doing. Hey, JSN is on a record-breaking path right now. Charbonnet, Kenneth Walker, those guys, you're really, really like I like both them guys, but I don't know why Kenneth Walker ain't getting a lot of love. I don't understand that. So let's shift over Carolina, LA. All right. LA is traveling to Carolina. So they're going coast to coast, west to east. And Carolina has been a sneaky team. I didn't expect anything from Carolina, dude. I thought Carolina was just gonna lay over and just not do anything. But we've seen with Rico Dowdle has come out and he has done well. We have seen Bryce Young actually not look terrible. So when it comes to the Rams, though, the Rams are so overpowered for Carolina that, yes, no matter how good Carolina has been doing, the Rams are just going to just power over them in this one. I don't think it's going to be anywhere close. You're starting your Tech McMillan because he's been showing you that he's worth it. Okay, Bryce Young and Tech McMillan have got on the same page, so you're liking that combination. I'm not starting Bryce Young as a quarterback yet in my leagues, but I am starting Tech McMillan because what he can do on his own. The Rams, we know the Rams offense is great. We know Puka Nacua, Devonta Adams, Matt Stafford on MVP kind of run right now, and then Kyron Williams. So the Rams just are rolling. I mean, at 9-2, they're one of the top teams in the league, just destroying everybody they play. The only team that even got close to beating them like that was the Colts. And we saw that was like more Adonai Mitchell stuff, more mistakes. And so the Rams are annoyingly well coached. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Sean McVay is a good coach, man. It's fun to see, though, some of these coaches that have broke out and done well. Like you see Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan. There's what's the one? Kevin O'Connell. Like I'm liking seeing some of these young coaches get chances and then be successful. So that I love that. But the Rams, start all your Rams players against Carolina. This shouldn't be close. Sorry. So Jets home against the Falcons. All right. The Falcons are not bad on paper. That's the crazy thing. They got Kirk Cousins starting this week. They should have Kirk Cousins starting this week. But dude, like I don't know what's going on with the Falcons, because on paper they should have a really good record, but they're sitting at 4-7 right now. You're playing the worst team in the league right now, the New York Jets. The Falcons should just roll over the Jets on offense. But I don't think that's going to happen though. Is Drake London gonna do well? Is Kyle Pitts gonna do well? We know Bijan's gonna eat here. Like, to me, this game right here, this should be like a running back brawl right here. You got Breece Hall, you got Bijan Robinson. I mean, just an RB overload in this game. I'm gonna start both running backs in this game, both of them. Breece Hall is the only Jet that I trust 100%. Even though I love me some Mason Taylor. I think Mason Taylor is really good. You got Tyrod Taylor is actually playing quarterback today. So there's no telling what's going to happen there. I mean, Tyrod's always exciting. He's been on so many teams, but he's always exciting, at least for one game, 2 games. It's a home game. It's going to be cold. So, man, normally like the Falcons, I like the Falcons offense, but it's going to be cold. It's going to be nasty. It's just going to be running back overload in this. So go ahead and fire up your Bijan, obviously, and go ahead and fire up your Breece Hall. I know Breece Hall is kind of giving us some pause and hesitation this year, but I confidently think you can go ahead and fire up you some Breece and Bijan. Tight ends could actually dominate as well. So look for Mason Taylor or Jeremy Ruckert, whichever one they decide to put out there. Hopefully it's Mason Taylor, because I think Mason Taylor is the best tight end they got. and then Kyle Pitts. But man, we've seen what Kyle Pitts is doing. Like, I don't know if Kyle Pitts is gonna be in Atlanta much longer. He needs to go somewhere where they're gonna use him, because I don't know what's going on with Atlanta and Kyle Pitts. But moving on. Next, we got a AFC South rivalry game. You got the Jaguars and the Titans. Okay, Jaguars traveling up north, a couple states up, just to Tennessee to play the Tennessee Titans. So, Jaguars Titans season is kind of over, but the thing with them is they have a lot to look forward to with Cam Ward. I know the Jets have a better record, but I think the Titans are a better team than the Jets. So as far as like, the worst team and stuff like that, like, I think the Jets are the worst team no matter what the record says. But with the Titans, Cam Ward's all you got. Alec Ayomanor, he's going to have to run a bunch. But with the Jaguars, look, okay. I've always said, and I've said it on Third and Teal, which is our brothers in the AFC South over there, Third and Teal on YouTube. Go check them out. And on this AFC South show, which is the mothership of this network. I've said plenty of times, Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback. Trevor Lawrence is just not in that right system. I think that Liam Cohen is going to figure something out to build around Trevor Lawrence, because there's too many good weapons on this offense for it to look this bad. We've seen Trevor Lawrence step up in big time moments. Okay. We saw him decimate the Colts, 2-3 years ago, when the Colts had to win to get in. Like, you had to, and you're playing one of the worst teams in the NFL, and Trevor Lawrence shows up. Travis Etienne, same thing. Travis Etienne is a good running back. Everybody in the industry slept on Travis Etienne this year. They were talking about Bashal Tootin. Tank Bigsby's the guy, this and that. Well, Tank Bigsby ain't even there no more. Okay? So all those people out there that were talking about Tank Bigsby, and I'm talking about all the people that you watch on TV talking about Tank Bigsby, it's like, no. You cannot discount chemistry, okay? Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne have been together too long for you to give up on that. So Tank's gone. Bashal Tootin looks good, but he's not the primary. The primary is Travis Etienne, and it's not even close. Okay? So Travis Etienne should have a good game. Trevor Lawrence should have a really good game. Parker Washington should have a really good game. The Jaguars should absolutely decimate the Titans. Should. Okay? The combination I want to see here, I want to see Cam Ward for the Titans. I want to see Cam Ward just distribute the ball to whoever is open. I don't want Cam Ward to try and put the game on his shoulders. Just find the open hole and do that. Let that happen. It doesn't matter if it's your rookie tight end Gunnar Helm. It doesn't matter if it's your rookie wide receiver Alec Ayomanor. I mean, I don't care who it is. Xavier Restrepo. Like, I don't care who it is. Put the ball in the hands of your playmakers that are open. Find the open guy. Okay. Trevor Lawrence, you're talented enough. You can do it, man. I believe in you. Trevor Lawrence should have a massive game today. Raiders, Chargers. Raiders aren't traveling very far. They're going back to their old stomping grounds, right on the West Coast, all the way from Las Vegas. Ooh, big flight. What's that, like a 30-minute flight, 45-minute flight? Maybe. Chargers, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's really good, you guys. Let's see here. Your opinion on the Cowboys? I think the Cowboys offense is doing great. Dak Prescott is looking amazing. CeeDee Lamb is doing CeeDee things. The addition of George Pickens, I think, really, really accelerated this offense. So in the offseason, they added George Pickens and they added Javonte Williams in free agency. So Javonte Williams is the guy that Denver said, okay, hey, we're done with. We've given up. Like, we're over that. We're over that experiment. They wanted to move on, which is fine. They went and drafted RJ Harvey, signed J.K. Dobbins. Like, cool. Which, I like both those guys, Dobbins and Harvey in Denver. But Javonte Williams, they just didn't know how to use him. And he was hurt. I get it. Like, injuries kind of stalemate you a little bit in a spot. But Javonte Williams fits this Cowboys offense, which is good because we've seen so many running backs succeed in the Cowboys offense because Jerry Jones is old school, man. First off, Jerry Jones calls the plays. Jerry Jones writes the playbook. Like, everything needs to get approved through Jerry Jones, okay? So, with that being said, he's going to run the ball. Jerry Jones is like 100. So, run the dang ball. The Cowboys run the ball very well. Okay, we saw how last year they did it with Dowdle. They're good. The Cowboys offense is good. They've just added pieces like Quinnen Williams to their defense after losing Micah Parsons in I think a stupid trade, but whatever. Like, that's Jerry's money, not mine. But when you ask about what I think about the Cowboys, that's what I think about the Cowboys. Ultimately, Jerry Jones is the problem for the Cowboys. The Cowboys could be dominant because on paper for so long, the Cowboys should be one of the top 5 teams in the league. But Dak is doing great. So if you have Dak, you're feeling real comfortable. You have CD, George Pickens, Javonte Williams, and then like one of my favorite tight ends, Jake Ferguson. Love Jake Ferguson. I went and grabbed him up real quickly. Whenever I found out about Dalton Schultz and all that stuff, I knew Jake Ferguson was going to be something special. So I'm glad that worked out. Notorious says bear down. All right. Well, I think I know what team you're going for, right? But Bears actually don't look that bad either. I'm not a massive like Caleb Williams fan, but he's making it happen. So you can't be mad at Caleb Williams. You can't hate on Caleb Williams because he's making it happen. Get the big win against the defending world champions, Eagles. So, alrighty. Yeah. Kobe Bryant, RIP, man. One of my favorite players to ever watch. And I'm old enough where I got to watch, the kind of the end of it, like the last 5-6 years of Michael Jordan, the GOAT. Let's not get that twisted. The GOAT. It's not LeBron. Jordan is the GOAT. And Kobe is next after that in my eyes. But Cleveland Brownies going to win today. Man, if the Cleveland Browns can keep pressure on Brock Purdy, I think the Browns could be sneaky, man. I think you need to stay solid on the run with Quinshon Judkins. I think that Shedeur Sanders needs to not be fancy, not do anything fancy, just get the ball in his playmaker's hands. Kind of do what the Colts are kind of doing with Daniel Jones. Like, they're not asking Daniel Jones to do too much. Hey, whatever guy's open, we got enough playmakers out there, go and do it. Now, I know the Browns aren't loaded at the skill positions. I like your tight ends there. I like David Njoku. I like Harold Fannin Jr. I think if you can tailor your offense around the talent that you have, okay? Cedric Tillman being hurt, and him coming back, that helps. Quinshon Judkins emerging, that helps. But I still think the problem is going to be the quarterback position, but something's wrong with Cleveland. Like, something about quarterbacks and Cleveland, it just doesn't work out. I don't know what it is. Maybe Kobe, maybe you can tell me what's going on with Cleveland and their quarterback stuff. So many of quarterbacks that I loved, like Brady Quinn, Colt McCoy, like so many good quarterbacks I loved have gone there and struggled when they shouldn't have struggled. Do I think Shedeur Sanders is the answer? I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. Maybe the future of quarterback is not even on the roster right now. I don't know. Maybe they go after a guy that's going to be across the field from him today. when he comes available. Maybe a Mac Jones. Mac Jones looked really good, man. Mac Jones looked really good when he got his starting opportunity with San Francisco. Now, I give it. San Francisco's offense is not tailored around the quarterback position, which is weird that's their offense, but they paid Brock Purdy all this money. I don't know, dude. But it's the system of the Brownies. So what would you change there then, Kobe? What would you change? Would you say the ownership is the problem? Would you say it's player development? Like what scouting? Like what would you say is the issue there? Because if it's a franchise thing and it's a historical fact about the franchise thing, then I think it would be the ownership that you would have to look at if that's the case, right? I mean, we see what's going on with the Jets all the time. What's that dude's name? Like Woody Johnson, Woody something like that. You know, the Jets do it all the time. Kobe said player development. So yeah, so player development. Gonna have to look at that and the owner. So the bad thing about teams like the Browns and the Jets, like you can't really fire the owners, which sucks, you know, because you're like, oh man, I want to get rid of this bum, but because he doesn't know what he's doing. So that kind of sucks, man. You know, I got some buddies that are Browns fans, and I tell you what, like the Browns fans are loyal. Like if you're like loud and proud, hey, I'm a Browns fan, then hey, look, respect to you because you've seen nothing but hard times. And the best quarterback you've had recently, Baker Mayfield, watching him go on to the Bucks and succeed, it's like, man, dude. But you know, that's just the nature of the beast right now. You know, for the Browns and the Jets. So anyways. Yeah, man, Kobe. So that's the Browns, bro. But anyway, so Raiders traveling to LA to play the Chargers. Yes, long flight. They went a long way, but no worries, not a big deal. The Raiders still have so many fans in that area. I think the stadium is going to be mixed. You're gonna have a bunch of Raiders fans. You're gonna have a bunch of Chargers fans. So Justin Herbert's gonna sling it. That's just what Herbert does. Kamani Vidal, everybody loves some Kamani Vidal. But I did read some news about Amarion Hampton maybe possibly coming back soon. So that's good news. So for you Hampton owners, which you know I like Hampton. I think he's going to be good. But the Raiders, Ashton Genty. What are we doing with Ashton Genty? Because it's been kind of a struggle for you. You took Ashton Genty in the first or second round. You know, we told you it wasn't a great idea because the Raiders are still the Raiders, but Ashton Genty's got the talent, though. That's the thing, is he's got so much stinking talent. It's hard to walk away from a player like that and say, okay, I'm not gonna draft that person. But you did. You've been starting him. Ashton Genty hasn't been horrible for you. I mean, he hasn't been amazing what you expected him out of a first or second round running back, but he hasn't been horrible for you. So that's something good to look into, or good to look at, excuse me. So especially in PPR, you know that Genty's got good hands, and that's not somebody that you have to worry so much about. If the Raiders can figure out their offensive line issues, and their Geno just has not looked good for them. We saw how well Geno did in Seattle last year, and then now he comes to the Raiders and just is throwing an interception every game, except for like one game. I think he didn't throw an interception. Y'all seen Slayton on this show? Dude, Slayton tells you, go get your money. Like, in Geno, we trust. He bets the over on half an interception every game, and he's won money. Like, Slayton's over there paying his rent off Geno Smith's interceptions. So that's somebody that you definitely want to definitely want to invest in. So even today, Geno with an interception. That's how it's going to go. Brock Bowers. All right. Brock Bowers is somebody else on this offense that you know that you've been able to trust. He didn't really like having a phenomenal week for you last week against Cleveland. He still got you decent points, especially if you're in a tight end premium league. He did well for you, but Brock Bowers should decimate today. Should decimate. I'm hoping. Okay, here's my hope. I'm hoping that the Chargers can figure out what to do with Oronde Gadsden. Okay. But the problem is with Gadsden, which is the Chargers rookie tight end, is he's gonna be hard pressed to find opportunities against a defense that is used to defending an elite tight end like Brock Bowers. So we see that a lot. Like teams like the Chiefs who go against Kelsey every day. Teams like the Raiders who go against Bowers every day. Teams like that who have elite tight ends. The Cardinals with Trey McBride, another one. 49ers with George Kittle, another one. They're good at defending the tight end because they're used to seeing one of the best tight ends in the league every day at practice. So Oronde Gadsden, this is not the week for him, but I'm kind of hoping it is, man. It may be just like wishful thinking, but I kind of hope it is just because I want to see the kid succeed. I'm invested in some dynasty leagues with him, but I just think he's so talented. But moving on to the next one. So we got the Bills. They are traveling to Pittsburgh to go play the Steelers. All right. So Steelers have some news. Aaron Rodgers. We know that he hurt his shoulder. Hurt his hand. It was a fracture is what they were calling it, but it's his non-throwing hand. Okay, that's the big kicker here that I want everybody to listen to. It's his non-throwing hand. And Rodgers is still out here trying to prove himself that he's still a former MVP, all this stuff like that. So they're probably going to, have it wrapped up pretty tight. But I think Rodgers is still going to go out there and do his thing. I don't think you're going to see any slowdown there. DK Metcalf should still be okay. So, but with the Steelers, they got to figure out what's going on, what identity they're going to have in their run game. Okay. So they drafted Caleb Johnson out of Iowa, which is funny because he's wearing this almost the same exact uniform. Like Iowa, if you've seen Iowa's uniform, the Iowa Hawkeyes, and the Pittsburgh Steelers uniforms next to each other, they're almost identical other than a few small changes. But they've been really relying on Kenneth Gainwell this year. Kenneth Gainwell is pretty good. Somebody that started out in Philly, was a pretty good prospect coming out of college and just kind of bounced around, didn't really find a home, find a place. But the Steelers have always been a predominantly running team. Even with the addition of Aaron Rodgers, that hasn't changed their identity. They've always ran a team. They're probably always going to run a team as long as Mike Tomlin is there. How long Mike Tomlin is going to be there, we don't know. Thing about coaches, Mike Tomlin's going to be one of the Hall of Fame coach. He's one of the best coaches that the NFL has ever had. I want to say he's actually the most tenured coach in all of sports or something like that, all the major sports or something. I think I read that somewhere or saw it somewhere, which, I believe it. Shoot, if you're winning. But they're barely winning. They're 6-5 right now, and they're playing the Bills. All right. So, with today's supposed to be clear skies, but it's going to be cold. It's going to be 38 degrees. I know Pittsburgh, they've seen colder. Buffalo, they've seen colder. This is nothing, especially for Buffalo. Buffalo actually might be like, hey, you guys turn the heat on. Thank you. But Buffalo needs a bounce back game. after getting belt to ass by the Texans, Buffalo's got to figure something out because they're relying too much on Josh Allen, way too much on Josh Allen. And he's starting to get exposed. When a defense can contain Josh Allen and make him throw or make the Bills offense do something else, then the Bills struggle and Josh Allen struggles. So, because Josh Allen's like, well, he's a good quarterback, but he can't be the whole team. I just think they need to figure something else out there. With today, they are going to try and get to Josh Allen 100%. I guarantee you that is Mike Tomlin's goal, is to contain Josh Allen, because he just saw what the Texans did. The Texans made Josh Allen look human. So they're going to try and run the ball. I don't think it's going to work out too well, but fire up Kenneth Gainwell. Okay. Fire up DK Metcalf. On the Bill side, obviously you're firing up Josh Allen. Like, I don't know if that's fire up Josh Allen. I don't care how much of a dud week he had against the Texans. You're firing him up, no problem. You're firing up James Cook, no problem. This should be actually a pretty good game, I think. Possibly low scoring, possibly, but I'm going to go the other way on this. I'm going to say this is a high scoring game. We got the Broncos traveling to Maryland to go play Washington. I know it's ironic. They're wild Washington, but they're playing in Maryland. They're working on it. It's all right. They're working on it. So you got the Broncos with Bo Nix going out there, Cortland Sutton playing Washington, Jaden Daniels not playing. JD5 got that little elbow injury, so he's not playing. So they're rolling out former Heisman winner, which is funny because like you got two Heisman quarterbacks on your team, Marcus Mariota. The good thing is about Mariota is he fits the offense because you've built your offense kind of around Jaden Daniels and his skill set. So, yes, Mariota fits that scheme, but he just does everything a little slower than Jaden Daniels. But that's because he's older, and that's fine. Like we understand, like Mariota has had his time. Like he's still good. But the Broncos. This probably going to be all Broncos in this game. I would like to see just Marcus Mariota just say F it and just chunk it down the field, looking for whoever he can find down there. But hey, I don't really have much for this one. When it comes to Washington, I mean, I don't know who their playmaker is going to be today. Mario is going to try and take off and run, which is all right. Well, we'll see how that works out, but he's not going to go very fast. The Broncos defense is good. Broncos defense is real good. That's the problem here, is they're real good, and Washington is so hurt. So I don't know what's happening here. Debo, I guess, like rock with Debo. I don't know. I'm gonna watch it because Washington is one of my teams. But I think the Broncos are gonna come out and have a day. I think RJ Harvey is gonna do pretty well. I think Bo Nix is gonna do very well. But anyways, this next game, our Monday night game, we're looking at the Giants, and we're looking at them traveling out to play the Patriots. I don't know a nicer way to say this. The Patriots are going to whoop their ass. Like, just It's not a game that I really want to watch because it's not going to be a game. Jackson Dart is coming back from being gone 2 weeks with a concussion. So at least if you're a Giants fan, you have that to look forward to. We saw no Cam Scatterboo. He's gone. He's still gone for the season, for your fantasy season for sure. You had Jameis Winston out there just slinging it, who actually did not too bad for fantasy. Not too bad. Bro, the Patriots are looking phenomenal. They're looking really, really good. They're 10-2. They're a top team right now. But what I think is weird is they don't have this game so lopsided as it should be. I mean, this game should be crazy lopsided in the Patriots' favor. But Drake May looks phenomenal, you guys. Drake May looks so good. Almost as good as a free jersey would on your back. But you can be entered to win that free jersey by looking down here at the bottom at the banner where it says subscribe to @Kingmaker Sports on YouTube for your chance to be entered into our free jersey giveaway at 200 subscribers. So you cannot win the jersey if you're not subscribed at Kingmaker Sports on YouTube. So make sure you go do that. Hit that little subscribe button right now and enter for a chance to win that free jersey once we reach 200. We're on our way, almost there. So get you a free jersey for the playoffs. Wan'Dale Robinson has looked so good, so good. But was that because of Jameis? Let's look at it. So Wan'Dale Robinson last week got you 30.6 PPR points. Okay. Against Green Bay, he faltered. He only got you 7.6. But they played at Chicago and then San Francisco and all that before that. He's on the field. Like, he's on the field over 95% of the time. So out of necessity, he's going to get the opportunity, which is perfect. That's what you want. Fire up Wan'Dale for sure. They're going to have to use him. So if you are missing a wide receiver, you're hurting at wide receiver or something like that, fire you up some Wan'Dale Robinson, you guys and girls. Go ahead and do that. And don't think about it because he's going to get that opportunity. Got Texans today because Daniel Jones is playing with a fractured fibula and he gets hit. He's probably done. Whew. So, okay. I would rather the Colts start Daniel Jones with a fractured fibula than Anthony Richardson. But with that being said, if that happens, which a high likely it will because the Texans defense is elite as elite gets. All right. The Texans defense is the only reason that they've been in games. All right. Davis Mills did pretty good too, but it's because their defense put them in good positions. Like I said, if that does happen, okay, we will be looking at Anthony Richardson's first start or first playing time this season. And I don't know. How y'all feel about that? Y'all think that's going to be good with Anthony Richardson if he comes in? I don't think it will be. I think that they still need to continue to run the ball. So keep Jonathan Taylor on the field. Keep running the ball. Do not let game script, Shane Steichen, I'm talking to you. Do not let game script stop you from running the ball. We see it every game. Jonathan Taylor breaks one. It happens. Keep running the ball. It will happen. Jonathan Taylor will figure it out. He's that dang good. He's the Kurt Angle of running backs. He's that damn good. But the Texans defense has got to get in Daniel Jones' face. The offensive line there in Indianapolis has been faltering recently, They've been allowing a lot of quarterback pressures, a lot of quarterback hits, which is how we ended up with the fractured fibula for Daniel Jones. But the best thing the Colts can do, stay the course. Run the ball, and when you pass the ball, don't get fancy. Just let Daniel Jones hit the open receiver and call that good. This might be a massive Tyler Warren game. I'm actually expecting it to be a massive Tyler Warren game because I think Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter will be in Daniel Jones' face the entire game. And Daniel Jones is going to be looking to dump it out. So I'm seeing a lot of short passes, which is good for Josh Downs, Tyler Warren, Jonathan Taylor. All those three guys there should be your security blankets, especially Tyler Warren, who's leading the whole team in receptions and yards. Like, Tyler Warren is your leading receiver on your team if you're Indianapolis. For the Texans, CJ Stroud is coming back. Okay. Davis Mills has looked really good the past 3 weeks, everybody. Okay. I don't get it, but he's looked very well. He has made. I mean, Nico Collins is good. That's not a problem. That's not a question. Nobody should ever concern themselves with that. But Davis Mills has made Nico Collins look really good. Now, I know he didn't do great against Buffalo. That's fine. The game went a different way. But ball distribution, okay? If CJ, now I get it, he doesn't have a lot of time. CJ Stroud doesn't have a lot of time back there. I don't think that's CJ's fault. I mean, you got to build an offensive line. And the Texans have struggled to do that since he was a rookie, where he came out and won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Which in that same year, they took Will Anderson. They traded up to get Will Anderson, and he won Defensive Rookie of the Year. So you've got the pieces on your squad to do it. I like Jaden Higgins. I think Jaden Higgins is a great offensive addition to that team. CJ Stroud just needs to be able to get the ball out. Now, what's that mean for game plan? Okay. So if you're going to have the good Colts defense, because the Colts defense has been very good. So if you got the Colts defense in your face, you're going to have to get the ball out quick. Now, what does that mean? That means Woody Marks. Okay, look for Woody Marks in the flat. That means look for either Christian Kirk or whoever you've got playing that quick slot. That's who you're going to have to look for there. So Kirk could be a big time add today. All right, but with the Texans, Dalton Schultz is going to be massive for them if the Colts stay in CJ Stroud's face. This is going to be down to the Colts and the Texans. This is their first matchup of the year. Their last one is going to be Week 18 in Houston. So the Colts really have to win this one to kind of set the stage for that Week 18 matchup. So I don't think either team should do anything fancy here. The Texans need to let their defense get them in good position, and CJ needs to just methodically kind of walk his way down the field. Don't try and take a lot of deep shots if you don't have to, unless like Nico's open or Jaden Higgins is open. I wouldn't get too fancy with it if I'm Houston. Okay, utilize Woody Marks. The Colts need to stay in CJ's face, keep pressure. Lou Anarumo has done a great job. I mean, a great job this year with using the talent that he has. The Colts have had to kind of piece together defense almost. They've had injuries. So, I mean, this is really good news for the Colts. They're going to be missing Jalen Carlisle today. Their linebacker, their outside linebacker. He's having an ankle injury, so that's going to be kind of good if you're looking at attacking the edge on offense. And what I mean by that is attacking the flat route, the slant, things like that. That's going to be something good. Lining Woody Marks up at the in the slot position if you're the Texans. Also, Tyler Warren was just sick, so he's not an issue. But anyways, so that's 12 o'clock, everybody. Get those lineups set. It's the playoff push, okay? It's the playoff push. This is it. So you got this one, and then next week, either you're in or you're not. Let me know in the comments what your record is. Let me know what your favorite waiver ad has been this year. And then we'll talk about it on Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time when we get ready for that final week, for week 14, the last one before playoffs. All right, let's get that playoff push, everybody. Before you head out, look at the bottom. Win a free jersey. All right, at 200 subscribers, we're giving away a free jersey to one lucky winner. We'll be doing a live drawing here on the show. So make sure you are subscribed to Maker Sports on YouTube. You have to be a subscriber to get that jersey. So good luck, everybody. Thank you for all the comments. We appreciate all the interaction. Next week we'll have Slayton back, and he was on a flight this week, so we didn't have him this morning. So I will see everybody Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Peace.